and after getting cactus the previous day, it was time to head for home as the sun rose on day 29. However, I did get a little distracted by this taiga biome. I need to preface that I was not planning on getting out of the boat until I reached home, but I found a taiga biome. And there is something about an entire forest of spruce that really does something for the serotonin and dopamine receptors in my brain. Especially when there's a nice little curved pit. Oh, it was lovely. Running through the taiga trees was just fantastic. It reminds me of some of the days spent on Xbox when I would load up a world specifically for spruce trees because I loved the planks. Anyway, that was nice. Well, let's get going back home again though, shall we? Okay, and after a little more rowing back towards home, I came back across the frozen ocean that we found last episode, and I quite like the frozen ocean too. It's just, winter is probably one of my favorite seasons, behind summer. I am a summer person. Judge me as you will, but summer is probably my favorite season out of all of them. Yes, it's blistering hot, but not in Antarctica. Yes, I realize Antarctica is a barren wasteland that is not fit for human survival. But I do not care, because I quite like the summer months, just because you can get out the pool, fill it up with water, and just lounge for hours. Of course, you may want sunscreen, because sunburns are not fun. I'll tell you what is fun, though. Going across this ice right here. This just made my day. I do not get to row across ice very much, but that was just so much fun. I loved it. I loved it so. And sadly, I will not be able to get any ice this series because I can't get Silk Touch from villagers. At least not yet. But it takes way too long to get my villagers. So, that being said, Silk Touch Ice Roads are not on the menu for this series. Oh well, we'll just have to deal with it, won't we? I'm very sorry, everybody. I would really like to get villagers. But we got a ways to go before that happens, because I need witches, and I can't get any witches to cure a Gerald. But I know what'll cheer us up. I found a cherry blossom biome right over here. Cherrywood is probably one of the nicer additions of the Caves and Cliffs Part 2 update, because, I mean, look at those leaves. And these. Oh, these are absolutely phenomenal. These little cherry blossoms on the ground. The only problem is I gotta figure out what I'm throwing away and what I'm not. A little bit of sand. No, a little bit of string. But these little cherry blossoms are renewable sources of pink dye. I will show you exactly what I mean. Let's see. When do I... I'm guessing tomorrow or something. I'm not sure. Okay. In like 8 days, I will show you exactly what I mean by renewable sources of pink dye, because it's essentially the same as duplicating tall flowers. You just need a automatic bone meal dispenser and put your flowers in front of it, your little cherry petals or pink petals, and it grows and duplicates just like with tall flowers, except if you place one petal down, it'll bone meal it until there's full pink petals on that block, like sea pickles. It goes from 1 to 4, and pink petals are the same, 4 layers. And duplicating the petals happens after the 4th layer is applied. Kind of like getting a lot more sea pickles, except you need coral blocks for that, and it's done underwater. But I digress. All I know is I was getting all the pink petals I could because I like pink petals and I want to make lots of pink dye, because pink is actually a very nice color. You can judge me all you want, but I don't think anyone's judging me. I like building some pink houses, like with the cherry wood. I like the pink dye for pink stained glass, and the glass panes that come with it. I don't know why. I call them my cotton candy houses, especially when I mix them with warped planks from the nether. It just comes out so nice. It's like a cotton candy type deal. Because you know how light blue and pink are usually on cotton candy bags or something like that? Candy floss, if you call it candy floss. Cotton candy, candy floss, doesn't really matter. It's different names for the same thing. Just here in the States, we call it cotton candy. That being said, blue and pink are generally the denomination for, like, ice cream container colors of cotton candy. Like, you have the blue cotton candy and the pink cotton candy crossed like the bones on a Jolly Roger flag, the skull and crossbones. And it's cotton candy, and blue is somehow associated with it. But I don't know. I just like calling it the cotton candy house. Anyway, I'm being chased by monsters who want to eat my giblets, and I don't want my giblets being eaten. So I'm just going to keep running this direction and hope we can get back to home by the end of the day. And get back home I did. I had never been so happy to see my little swamp house in ever, I don't think. Unless I was specifically living in a swamp in my Xbox 360 days. I don't know. I'm so glad to be home because this means I can finally clear out this horrendous inventory. Oh, Lord. That is horrendous. But that's what happens when you go on an adventure. Sometimes it gets filled up with junk, and you have nothing to do except go home. But it is time to end the day.